and gentlemen, boys and girl species around the universe, welcome to Geek Syndicate, where we do what we always do, and that is bring the sass back to geekdom. It's the first show of 2026, and I am Monts, and he is...
I'm Nuge, and we're back with the most anticipated episode since Avengers Doomsday, which hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Much like this episode compared to when our last episode came out.
Yeah, that's on me. I've been doing panto, and it's just been impossible because panto scheduling is nuts.
Hey, because there's only so many pies you can take to the face, buddy.
Also, I just wanted to thank you for not saying, "Oh no, it isn't." I appreciate.
No, I'm still on the. I get hit with 19 custard pies a day. I'm still on that tip, man. That's
18. It's 18.
Is it 18? Okay.
18 a day. Yeah.
No, that's because you haven't had that cameo where I've come down and I've paid extra just so I can come on stage.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. I've had to instigate quite an intense skincare regime.
It's you know what, right? And well, I suppose I don't know. It's really a different world now than when we were kids. Because when you're kids, most black guys in the gym would be kind of bringing out their kind of creams and stuff like that. Whereas a lot of white kids would be like, "What are you doing with that?"
You wuss.
Yeah, that's all changed now. But like when you told me, my first thing was like, I hope he's looking after your skin, man. That's some serious skincare, man. You're breaking out the E45 or something.
You don't even need to ask that question.
It's like, Dave, we need you on stage. Look, you need to give me at least another 15 minutes.
Yeah. Nah, I've got my regime, man. I've got baby oil as a barrier beforehand. And I mean, I'm just washing it off with some easy soap and water, so I'm not stressing my skin. Applying the Avena moisturizer to keep me going. And when I get home, I've got a Kiehl's facial cleanser. Do you know what I mean? I ain't messing about.
Apologies to everyone who's just joined us. Someone's recommending this. Going, yeah, you got to listen to these guys, man. Geek Syndicate. They're talking about comics and like, what kind of nonsense is this, man? That's baby on E45. Go on.
Yeah, we went into an alternative. Sorry, dog's barking at ghosts.
Well, I was gonna say, man, don't rule the dog out, man. It could be ninjas, it could be ghosts.
I always think that when my kids are like when they were younger and they were like, "Can you check under the bed?" I'm like, "There's nothing under the bed, sweetheart." Then I think, wait, ignoring the kids is how many horror stories started. Maybe I shouldn't be too quick to cast them off.
For me, it's like whenever one of the cats just sits up and is just looking into the corner of the room, I'm like, "What are you looking at?" And they're like, "Doom is coming." It's like,
now we've got to move house again.
It's the 5th time this year.
Yeah.
Shall we crack on with some news?
Let's crack on.
Oh, have you got any shout-outs?
I've got no shout-outs.
Okay. I want to give a quick shout-out because the BBC ain't to the War Between the Land and the Sea TV show.
You're not just going to talk about it in the week that was, you're giving it a shout-out?
No, because I've not seen it.
Well, I've seen it.
Have you? Oh, okay, all right. Let's get to the news then.
All right, it's time for the news.
Right. You got the news?
Nah.
Okay. Get to the week that was. No, I've got one piece of news because I feel that this piece of news. There's other bits of news. Yeah, they're doing a John Wick game or something. I don't know. Who cares, man? Go look it up. But which I'm sure we're going to discuss. But Last Samurai Standing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Netflix show. It's got a second series.
Come on.
Got a second series.
Yeah.
Right.
All good.
All good.
Happy days.
Once I saw that news, I felt like I could breathe. I could breathe again.
All is well with the world.
Yep.
Nice.
Have I got any more these?
I don't know. My brain is too fried to even.
Oh, did you know? I didn't know this, but I don't know why I didn't assume this was going to happen. But they're doing apparently they are planning a Stranger Things spin-off.
Are they? Where are they going with that one?
They haven't really revealed anything yet, I think, other than to say it isn't going to be like with it's going to be like it'll be within that world, but a whole new set of characters. Apparently,
Okay.
but we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
They did mention something, and I don't want to say it because it's a massive spoiler if you haven't seen the latest series. So I'm not going to say that. But
no, I haven't. I did see the stage show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So good.
Maybe we should talk about the week that was.
All right, should we just get on with it then?
All right, it's time for the week that was.
All right.
So my oldest daughter is kind of Stranger Things mad, and coming up to the fifth and final season, she rewatched all 4 again.
Okay.
And I was like, I ain't got. Yeah, I mean, number one, we were supposed to be watching that together, sweetheart, but fine, all right. See how it is. It's all right.
You got to respect that kind of flex, though.
It's like it's meant to be daddy-daughter time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, fine, all right. See how it is. I'll find a new friend. So yeah, I ain't got time for that, for rewatching the whole thing anyway. But you know what I mean. But we went to see the Stranger Things stage show. It's called First Shadows,
Okay,
or something like that. Oh my word, it is so damn good.
really?
It's good, and it's a prequel, but they have deliberately put stuff into it that feeds into the final season.
Oh, okay.
So it's just really clever. It's really clever. It's really well thought through how to write it. The effects are amazing. Like right at the beginning, they're on a ship that's doing an experiment. And it's like the ship's there, man. In the you're like, how they do that? And then it all goes wrong, and it's like lights go off, and it comes back up. This ship is mashed up and going down, and you're like, how are they doing it? It's like the ship's here. It's like, yeah, it's amazing. But there's the guy who plays the doctor, the doctor who did all the experiments on the kids.
Yeah.
I want his job. Actually, a friend of mine's got that job, and I'm jealous because my boy don't come on to the second act. So he's getting the same pay as everyone else, you know what I mean? So
he's just chilling in the back.
He's on that bit right at the beginning with the ship. He comes out as someone else, so you don't really see his face or whatever. And then he just goes back and sits down till the second act. And I'm like, man, that's the job. But no, I cannot recommend it highly enough.
Okay, where did you see it then?
It's a theatre in London on somewhere. Do you know what? Shall I be a bit more?
I mean, you could.
Yeah, wait. The Phoenix Theatre in London.
Okay.
Stranger Things, The First Shadow.
Because I've heard about it, but I just felt like I always feel a little bit of a ways when it's plays that are kind of spin-offs from.
It's not a spin-off. It's a prequel.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I always feel a little bit, but okay,
it's just done really good.
It's been around for a while, though, isn't it?
I think it has. It says it premiered in according to Wikipedia, it premiered in 23.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been at the Phoenix Theatre the whole time.
So now I could talk about Stranger Things briefly now. So we've then packaged up our Stranger Things, or I could talk about it later.
Let's go. Let's pack it. Let's pack it all in.
All right. So I've watched all of Stranger Things season 5.
Fine. You were my next choice after my daughter, but fine. I see how it is. Everywhere I turn, man.
Well, I should never have been a choice. You know that.
Fair.
What sort of nonsense you're playing about? I really enjoyed it. Was it perfect? No. Were there issues? Yes. And I think what's interesting is, and maybe that's I don't know, maybe that's the price we pay for where we are now with things like social media and YouTube and the sort of 24-hour review cycle, is that a lot of the things that, because I've literally just come off watching a particular reviewer that I like, and he'd watched the finale, and he rinsed a lot of it, to be fair. But I couldn't argue with a lot of the points that he was making. And I've seen these points reverberating around like social media and things like that. And then I think, if this was back in the day, some might say when Stranger Things was actually set and we'd watched it, we wouldn't have had any of that. We would have just watched it.
Yeah.
We would have discussed it amongst ourselves and stuff like that, but we wouldn't have got all these extra takes coming in and stuff. And I think I found that I really enjoyed it, and I actually think the last hour of it, which kind of fell into that almost, it's not a spoiler, but it kind of falls into that almost Return of the King vibe where you got a lot of endings.
Right, gotcha.
But to be honest, I expected that. There was nothing about that episode that I didn't expect.
Okay.
But that's also a good
my,
thing.
My daughter was very disappointed in the last episode.
Was she?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And she loved it. And the last episode, she was like, what? It was very hard not to get to stop her talking so she wouldn't give me spoilers. But yeah, but I've heard a lot of people say similar things.
I think some of the problem, I really enjoyed it, and I actually think the last 20 minutes of it, if you're a kid of the 80s, it hits you. Even though I knew kind of where they would go with it, it still got me. Do you know what I mean? But I can't necessarily disagree with people's criticisms of it. I haven't got that some things people kind of say, well, I didn't like the way they've done this. I could sort of go, yes, but the reason they did this was X, Y, and Z, and I think it creates different emotionals and content, blah, blah. There were some things they did in it where I'm like, yeah, I can't really. I have to just keep saying I still really enjoyed it, but I kind of see what you're saying.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I do think this is the only thing I can say without spoiling it. I do think that what you realise when you get to this 5th season is how many characters they're juggling.
And the thing is, looking at the theatre show and the amount of characters there were in the prequel, and guessing that some of them were coming back, I was like, man, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. And I don't know if, for me, I think the best finale they did, even though obviously it wasn't a finale because it led into season 5, was season 4.
Yeah, I mean,
season 4 killed it.
I'm saying yeah, but I haven't seen season 5. But I just remember season 4 hit hard, man.
Trust me, it don't top. There's some good stuff in there, but it in some ways, and there's some bits of it is kind of trying to do a great hits with some of the best bits for season 4. I think season 4 was a better season overall, but I think because it's trying to round everything up, I think I really liked season 5. And also I went into it knowing they're not. It's going to be so difficult to stick this landing, and you've got so many. The level of expectation people had of it, I think it was never gonna live up to that. The level of hype and all the rest of it, was never gonna live up to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun ride. It was a fun ride.
I thought. I mean, I said I wasn't. I ain't got time to rewatch stuff. But I think if I was gonna rewatch anything, it would be season 4.
Yeah. Which
just because, the sacrifices in it went hard.
That's what it was. I think this one, people were putting it on the line, but not like season 4. That's how I was checking it. Season 4 was like, I mean, it is on.
Yeah. Which
is
a shame because you think, boy, if you're gonna beat that, you got to take it to another level.
Yeah, and I think their way of taking it to another level was throwing more CG at it.
Oh, okay, right.
But yeah, no, as I said, I mean, I'm not gonna let people. I personally really enjoyed it, and the ending, right at the ending of it, kind of choked me up a little bit. But it's because it spoke to the 11-year-old me who grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, so completely differently, but the reason that I haven't started it yet is because I'm watching something else and I'm waiting to finish it. So I've been watching Superman and Lois, which is on the BBC iPlayer at the moment, and I'm in the last. I've got 2 more episodes of season 3. There's 4 seasons in total.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed it because you got the superheroic stuff, but it's wrapped up in everyday family stuff and decisions. They got 2 teenage boys. They got all this stuff going on, and I always like that. It's one of the reasons I liked Animal Man back in the day. It was the first time I read a superhero comic which was centered around the dude's family.
Yeah.
And to me that was different, and this one is quite similar. It's like, I'm Superman, but I got a family,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all the things around that. So I'm doing and I was like, oh, actually, I need to revisit it because I know it's a finite series. It's 4. I can just finish it. Let me get on with season 3. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get back to it. And nice. It's really good, and it's dealt a lot with sort of, and given the kind of year I've had as well, it moved me quite a lot because it dealt with cancer a lot,
Okay.
how you deal with that and whatever. But the main, and so I've been enjoying it, and it's TV, so things get stretched out probably a bit more than they need to, if you see what I mean. But all in all, it's been good. But then, like, they kind of wrapped up the main plot with 3 episodes to go, and I'm like, where are they going to go from here? and then the end of that plot actually introduced this version of Lex Luthor.
I see the clip of him.
Oh no! Let me tell you. And it's what's his name, who was in Walking Dead. I don't know if
I've never watched it, but I know because I've seen a couple of the Lex Luthor clips. That's the reason why part of me, like, I want to go and watch this show just because to see him.
So he doesn't come in until the end of season 3, and if you don't want to watch the whole thing, you could literally go to episode 10 and get the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cudlitz is his name, and I was like, he was awesome in Walking Dead. And let me tell you, do not mess with this Luthor, man. He will mess you up. He will mess up your family. He will mess up your friends. I'm like, and it's only been 1 episode since he's appeared, and I'm already like, ooh, ooh boy.
I watched a clip of it because there's a clip where I'm assuming it's this episode where he goes to see Lois and Clark.
Yeah. It's the one I've just watched.
And there's a bit in there where, like, he's cussing out Lois or whatever, and then Clark goes to say something, "You shut your mouth!"
Yeah. He didn't even hesitate. But they've done this thing. Yeah, like, and I don't know if you notice it when Clark stepped forward and goes, "You need to leave now."
Yeah.
And he looks at him.
Yeah, and
then he looks at him deeper. And I'm thinking, shit, he knows.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen now. So yeah. I was just like, because it's always interesting to see the different versions of Lex Luthor that shows come up with. And I think the recent Superman film they caught him perfectly. His genius, they caught perfectly. I'm not seeing that here, but I'm seeing the shrewd businessman who's got connections and is just ruthless. That's another side of Lex Luthor, which is good. It's not the same as the one in the film, which was amazing. It doesn't have to be. It's just another take.
I mean, this version of it looks like he'll take you around the back and just give you a proper hiding.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Except that, oh man, I'll just tell you this. So basically, he sorts things out. He's in prison for like 17 years, and he's like, sorry, I'm just laughing. He's sorted out how his prison's gonna be, yeah. And there's a bit where he goes up to this guy and he goes like, "You're gonna do this for me." He goes, "Yeah, or what?" And he goes, "But if you do it, he goes, if you do it, you'll make some money. If you don't, well," and he goes, "You'll get to keep your teeth. Because you'll get to keep your legs." And then 5 minutes later, yeah, you see him sitting at this table. And the guy said, "You're going to keep your teeth," comes up and he goes, "Is there anything you'd like more, Mr. Luthor?" And I was like, that's just dark, man. And he just goes, "Hold on a minute," and you just see him punch something under his table. It's like, he goes, "Sorry, it's just fixing my chair." And it comes out, yeah. And it was the guy he originally threatened. It's just, he's on all fours and he's just like a chair. This guy is dark, man. This is one dark Luthor.
Wow.
I was like, boy, it's the next level of dark.
I want to give a brief shout out to Avengers Doomsday, even though it's not coming out until.
Is this? I saw you mention a trailer,
mate. let me tell you, right? So they made apparently it was this big song and dance that they were going to drop these trailers in front of the new Avatar film. And the first one features like, it's the whole thing because he's back and he's Steve Rogers.
Yeah,
I know. You could do a whole podcast on that, but it's the Russo brothers, so let's see how they handle it. And they dropped the trailer, and I was like, yeah, that's right.
I mean, I was already a bit down the fact that, like, you got Robert Downey Jr. I'll give someone else a chance, man.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I kind of saw the trailer, and I was like, yeah, okay. I had no excitement for it in the way I used to have. I had no excitement for it. Yeah. So then they dropped the trailer for 4.
For what?
4, as in Chris Hemsworth.
I didn't even know there was another one coming.
No, as in he's in Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's his trailer.
Gotcha.
Let me tell you, right? I've seen a lot of trailers in my life, right? I don't think I've ever seen the teaser trailer, right, which told me nothing about the film, showed me nothing, no special effects. There's like one rumble of thunder, but that's how you use a rumble of thunder, right? It's just a dude walking through the forest. Mate, if you told me after that Avengers Endgame is now showing Leicester Square, I'd have picked up my coat, my black ass, and I'd have been on the first train down to London to see it. That's how you do a teaser. I'll tell you why, right? Because they wrote for not how he should be written, because everyone's got their own, but how the 4 that I love to see, I love to read in my comics. That kind of the way they hadn't taught. It was serious. It was on. My boy's literally kneeling and praying for like guidance. It is on once. When I watched that, I'm like, all right, okay. I didn't even need to watch the film after that. I'm like, I'm good now.
Okay, I know what I'm doing the minute we stop.
You need to watch that teaser, right? It was proper. I'm still unsure. This whole Downey Doom business, though.
I'm like, what? I don't understand. I just don't understand why.
I think it's going to turn out to be something to do with maybe Cat returning the stones and messing up time business. Maybe he's created this. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But for me, I still, no matter how they do it, there's still going to be a part of me that's going to be like, I would have rather you give Doom to a completely new.
But also, what I mean? Actor. Okay, I get it's Doom, but because it's the same universe, I can't not be thinking Iron Man.
Yeah.
I can't look. Oh, look, it's Iron Man pretending to be
Doom, which I'm guessing is going to be the point of it. But I don't know. I just think you're muddying waters that you don't need to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just you got Doom. Just get someone to play Doom. Job done. That in itself is enough. Doom in himself is enough of a threat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that brings me into something else. Because while I was reading this, I thought of you and I thought of your love for Thor. So I've been reading the Absolutes. And the one that stood out to me so far, well, I read Batman, Superman and Wonder Woman. The one that stood out, and I loved them all. I absolutely loved them all. I got some questions, because if Absolute Batman is like starting from, no mansion, no money, no whatever. And I'm like, if he's got no money, where's he getting all these gadgets from? Or he's just been saving really well. Do you know what I mean?
Getting Timu Batman, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, that's literally my only criticism of it. It's like, if it's like starting fresh with no money, no whatever, how come he's got all this stuff?
My only criticism of Absolute, because I've read the first trailer, Absolute Batman, and it was boom. I enjoyed it. My only criticism was, how's no one not checking that he's Batman, because Batman in this is like a beast. He's like 7 foot tall.
I suppose on the plus side in this one, he's not like famous. Like everyone knows who Bruce Wayne is in the normal universe.
Yeah, I suppose.
Still, still, he is. I mean, he's like a tank.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the picture of the cover now. His thighs are probably the size of our computer screen. Big screen. And then I read Absolute Superman, which I also loved. Not as much as Absolute Batman, but I still loved it. You know, looking after the little people type thing. And then I read Absolute Wonder Woman, and that blew me away. It was so well written. Kelly Thompson, Hayden Sherman, Geordie Belair, the creators. But what made me think of you is because it's heavily based in the mythology side of Wonder Woman. So there's all the thing about the gods and the creatures of myth, and she speaks like she stepped out of myth. And I thought, and the way they tie it into, I was like, do you know what I mean? What I liked about this is what you like about Thor.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? All that stuff, and like, yeah. So I thought the plotting was great. I enjoyed the art. Yeah. No.
So can I just say? So I'd just finished the last trade of Baltimore, which is
from Mignolaverse.
Yeah, which I realised it actually isn't. It's set in something. I think they call it the Outerverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I finished the last trade of that. I think it's either 7 or 8 trades. You got to get on that for a start.
I figured I need to when I saw that you were really working your way through it, man.
You got to get on that, man. You got to get on that. It's great comic. It's proper pulp adventure. Very much in that kind of Hellboy mode. Bald-headed dude, peg leg, spear, going around killing vampires. Job done.
I was going to say there's not much else to say.
However, I finished it yesterday, and I was like, oh, what can I read next? And I was like, Monts mentioned Absolute Wonder Woman, so I was like, go on in. So I picked it up yesterday, and I read the first, I think, 2 or 3. It's just got up to a bit. It's not really a spoiler because it's Wonder Woman, you know it's going to happen. Where she's met Steve Trevor.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is glorious, man.
Glorious, that's the word.
And I read a lot of, people can hate me if they want, but I'm still reading them. I read a lot of stuff digitally nowadays with the view of, if I really love the art and stuff like that, I might, or they bring out a really nice hardcover volume that I can put on the shelf because I've got limited shelf space.
Yeah.
DC, if you're listening, man, you need to drop this as like an absolute, man, or just some hardback version because the art is phenomenal. And I fell in love with Kelly Thompson's writing from the Black Widow stuff.
Yeah.
So the minute I saw it was her, I'm like, I'm picking this up anyway. Yeah, it's great for all the reasons you said. Yeah. I love all that mythology stuff, and it's just a different way of. She's still Wonder Woman, but it's just a different way of coming at it from a different angle, which I like.
Yeah, that's the thing. It felt different as well. It felt kind of fresh.
And it's great because you can say to people who maybe haven't, want to get back into comics, it's kind of like, I really love Wonder Woman. You can sort of go, right, well, you could go and pick that up.
Yeah, because there's not like 100 years of sort of backstories to understand. Yeah. Well, I mean, as we're talking the absolute stuff, I also got Absolute Martian Manhunter by Dennis Camp. But it's Dennis with an Z on the end, so I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And Javier Rodriguez. So, I mean, I got to hand it for DC because they're going different now, man. It's not your rinse and repeat stuff. This isn't. There's some big explosion, and the FBI detective, he's not quite right afterwards. There's something in his head. And he thinks he's going mad. It turns out it's this, it's the Martian Manhunter, but it's not from Mars or anything. He just says, "I'm trying to learn your languages. The concept of Mars is someone from somewhere else. So I'm Martian. Together we hunt men. This is your job." And he's like, "No, I'm a lord." He goes, "Yeah, you hunt men." But the way he talks to him is different, and he sees the world differently, and he kind of sees the world the way the Martian Manhunter sees it. And if you can look at the front cover, and it's just got this strange cuboid art, which is and there's lots of that. So the art is quite. I don't think this is something I'd hand to someone for their first read. I think it's quite challenging a read if you're not used to comics. It's quite challenging to read if you're used to just like standard, 6 panels with a border in between. It's just different, but it's once you get your head round looking at it, it's glorious to look at. Once you're in there, and the story's great, but it's quite cerebral and psychedelic as well. So I think it's quite an acquired taste, but at the same time, I think it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
But at least they're taking swings now.
They're taking swings, exactly. And I'm like, yes, this is not. And like when they first came out with the absolutely new, I was like, here we go again. But especially Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter for me have shown, yeah, you know what, we're gonna try something a little different now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it.
Also, I want to actually no, I was going to mention another comment, but I feel because we haven't really, haven't really discussed it, and I feel it's like one of them shows that could go missing from people's like lists, and this needs to be on people's lists. Last Samurai Standing, because I think we didn't. I think the last when we tried to talk about it before, we lost that episode, didn't we?
Yeah. Okay, Last Samurai Standing. So for me, this is one of those ones where Barry rings you up and goes, "Yeah, you need to move this up your list." And like every time Barry said that, I've done that. There's like one time I was like, "What are you talking about?" I think that was Vampire Diaries. I just didn't get it.
No, it was Magnum.
Oh, it was Magnum. Yeah, yeah. But usually it's a solid hit and swing, and you know what I mean. So I was like, yeah, okay, all good. It's about samurai. I didn't really know much about it, so I was like, yeah, let's give this a go. Oh my word! First episode, I am in for days.
It's so good.
So good. The choreography. I mean, if you like fight stuff, the choreography is great, and the cinematography, the choreography is great. And I don't even know how to describe it. What's it about?
So the blurb, I found a quick blurb. It's but in 1878, 292 samurai gather for a battle royale lured by 100 billion yen prize. Wooden tags are given, and the last survivor reaching Tokyo wins. But also it's so much more than that.
I was gonna say it sounds like just a samurai fight fest, but actually the story, the characters, it's just it is so much more than that. I'm actually giving it a round of applause.
It's great. Do you know what it reminded me of? Even though it's a very different genre in some ways. But do you remember, what was the zombie one?
Kingdom.
Kingdom. But it's like kind of in that sort of feudal Japan type deal.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of that just in terms of like just some of the choreography and the scale of it, and the drama never really took a backseat to the action. They sort of flowed quite nicely together. It knew when to give you like the action, but at the same time, it knew when to pull back the reins to give you like the characters.
Yep, absolutely.
I was so, and the thing is, I was so invested in that show that it was only when I got to the last episode that I started to realize, like, oh no, they're actually not going to wrap it all up. What?
Yeah, and I think, you know what, if you don't get a second series on this, I'd be screwing.
I would be, and there's a lot of shows where I'm like, well. Do you know what I mean? I enjoyed it, but I'm like, if it don't get a second season, either they've rounded up in enough of a way for me to be alright about it, but this ain't one of them times.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to season 2. That's one of those ones where I'm like, now I've got to wait. The waiting's hard. Yeah,
and I think that my problem is because it kind of came out of nowhere for me. It's not like I was waiting for season 1 to drop. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But now it's dropped. I'm like, But something that I kind of got into actually is they've done a new Robin Hood TV show.
Have they?
Yeah.
When did this?
But it's on some of them weird streaming. This is the problem now. It's like everyone has got a streaming channel. Even like Bob down the road has got a Bob streaming channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Bob down the road.
and this is on MGM Plus.
Where even is that?
You can get to it via Prime,
Okay.
but like they were doing the deal. It's Ant that put me onto it, but he said you can watch the first episode for free on there. So I was like, okay. So I watched the first episode. I was like, okay, it was all right. It's entertaining. And then they were doing a deal. I think it was basically 99 pence for 3 months.
Whoa. Okay.
That deal might now be gone. I don't know. But I was like, do you know what? Yeah, let's give it a go. So I signed up. I've now cancelled it, but I signed up for the 99p deal, and I watched it. I caught up on all the episodes that it currently had, and then I was watching it weekly. And I have to say, it got off to a slow start, but it did pick up ground. And by the end, I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Because what they were trying to do, it was like a little bit of a mix between, like old school Robin Hood, as in Robin the Hooded Man.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of supernatural stuff. In my opinion, not enough, but a little bit of supernatural stuff there. And there's a lot more of the BBC Robin Hood, the most recent one, if you remember that one.
Yeah.
And just a few other kind of medieval type shows kind of sprinkling in. And it's funny because the Sheriff of Nottingham is played by Sean Bean.
Oh, okay.
And Robin Hood I didn't recognise the actor or anything, but obviously Sean Bean. And there's a few other people that you sort of recognise in there. But I really liked his Sheriff of Nottingham because, yes, he's the villain, but at the same time, he's basically trying to keep the peace. He's trying to stop a situation from getting even worse for everyone.
Right.
Obviously, himself included in that, and he's got his own little, his own little movements and stuff. But yeah, I quite liked how they, because he wasn't an out and out villain.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I quite
gave him some nuance.
Yeah, a little bit, not a great deal.
But,
okay. I mean, but it's a little bit. But some of the people around him just picked up that villain slack. I'm like, you're just an ass. Full stop. There's a couple of people in him like, you got nothing redeeming about you. It's like, I think there's one who plays like Maid Marian's dad, and he's like, that. There's nothing redeeming about that dude. So he's, in some ways, he's set up, I think, to be like the kind of main villain in some ways.
Right.
But yeah, some great little buckles or swashes going on. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun romp. Like I said, on the flip side, I only paid 99 pence.
Yeah.
Had I been paying that over like a 3-4 month period and it was like a tenner, I'd feel differently.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the problem where we are with the streaming wars.
That's what's coming over. From what you're saying, because it's like you sound like, yeah, this is worth a watch, but you're not making it sound like I should drop everything and run to it.
Nah, it's not. It isn't. Put it this way: you're not getting a text from me saying you need to move up the list. This is perfect. Yeah. Wherever you stick it is perfectly fine on that list, man.
Right. Okay.
And if you go to MGM Plus and that 99 pence deal ain't doing it, it's all good. It's Robin Hood. You know what's going to happen. It's not. It isn't like it's not like the final episode and he gets taken into space. Do you know? It's like,
where did you say you can find it through?
MGM Plus.
Because I'm looking at that and it's all in dollars, like a thing. So I'm like,
you're not on Amazon Prime.
Oh, on Prime, you can get it through Prime. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah.
Because you have all the different channels you can subscribe to.
On there. I put it in the back of my mind because my list is big.
Yeah. Oh, quickly, I want to mention.
I was going to mention War Between Land and Sea.
Yes. How about you do that and then we round up?
Cool. So, I mean, it's Doctor Who spin-off about the Silurians, or as they call them now, Homo Aqua, which is just annoying.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's like, I'm not even going to go into why. It's just nonsense. Okay. But you know me, even if it looks awful, it's the Doctor Who spin-off. I can't help myself. So I thought I'll give it a go. And I found episode 1, I was like, you know what? I'm in. I'm enjoying this. It's quite tense. There's a lot going on. I like the characters. I mean, it is about the war between land and sea. Basically, something happens to wake them up. Let me start again. The Silurians, a race that existed before us, and they had the planet, they're water dwelling. And then to avoid a catastrophe, which was the one that took out the dinosaurs, I think, they all hibernated, but they didn't wake up. And then something's happened to wake up different pockets of them, and this lot of the latest ones to wake up and gone, the hell are you doing to the sea, man?
What the hell?
Yeah, it's practically what they're saying. The hell? We live here. We live here, Holmes. You know what I mean? You need to sort your shit out. And so, yeah. So that's basically what it is. And what's his name? Russell Tovey is for reasons they choose him as the human ambassador, and he's like, I'll just work in like I work in the travel pool for unit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll sort out the petrol for your tanks. You know what I mean? How did I get into this? This is a mistake, but they're the ones he chose. And so given it's Russell T Davies at the helm, it's not him writing, but he's at the helm. It's going to be it's a very character based thing as well, which is also good. And I found that I was going, you know what? I'm enjoying this more than Doctor Who. And you got Unit front and center in it as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is pretty good. I like where it's going. I mean, obviously there's huge social commentary about how we treat the environment, and that's just right for the story line. You know what I mean? That's in keeping with every appearance in the Silurians and that. So if anyone is going, oh, it's so woke. Listen, Doctor Who addressed that way back from from John Pertwee's time, so holy noise. And then we hit the last episode.
I knew about was. I could just tell.
And it was like, and don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed the last episode, and I still enjoyed the ending. Was not neat, trust me. And I thought it was quite brave. It wasn't neat at all.
Right.
But there was a couple of this thing happens, and you go, how's that gonna play out? Are we just ignoring that then? Right, fine, okay, cool. We ignoring that other thing as well. Okay then, right. You know this could have been perfect. What? Why are you ignoring that? I don't understand. And it was like, yeah. So it was a little bit. Me went, you know what? Overall, this was great. I'm putting in. I'm not even saying it was good. I thought it was great. And then you just like dropped a ball in just really weird ways.
Okay.
But it was a weird way. I don't understand. It was I don't know. But yeah. So there you go.
How many?
Six episodes.
6 episodes. So here's my thing: is like I wasn't my going back to like my shout at the beginning. My problem isn't necessarily with the show, which I have yet to watch. It's the marketing around the show. So one, not really the most like eye-catching title.
No.
Really doesn't really make me think. Even if you called it like a unit adventure or a unit TV show, that might have got me more interested in the war between the land and the sea. I'm like, that feels like that feels like a first draft title where you just need to put something in whilst you're trying to write the story. Do you know what I mean? So that was thing number one. And thing number two is it's just not been advertised. The marketing seems really woeful in it because you watched it on iPlayer, but did it come on terrestrial TV?
Yeah. I think
okay.
Did it? I don't know.
See, there you go with it. You know what I mean? It just didn't seem like they were heavily like putting the feelers out for it.
What you did me. I wonder if I could find it. It was the worst inspiring speech ever.
Oh, really?
It's like they're going into the Mariana Trench for the next meeting, which is like where humans can't survive, and they're having to trust, the Silurian, the Homo Aqua. They're having to trust them, so they're going there now. They're going to negotiate for the sake of the world, and and they get in there, and like the general's like he does this speech, and I was like, "What was that? It?" That was woeful, man. And he turned and did like the music's going. He turns and delivers it, and it's like, oh man, that was. You obviously didn't get to that position in the army with your speech making capability,
by inspirational leadership.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Nah. I mean, I my plan was always to watch it. I like it. You know what I mean? I love the unit audio stuff on Big Finish. I've always loved anything unit, but like I said, I just felt like I almost felt a little bit like it got buried. When you think about like when Children of Earth came out, was it Children of Earth? Which was the Torchwood one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
That was
mean?
it.
That was like, and it was like, I mean, I suppose those days to a certain extent are gone, but that was like it was on over a week, wasn't it? They dropped it every night.
Yeah.
And everyone was on that. Even people who weren't into Torchwood, even people who were into Doctor Who was watching that show.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just felt like it needed some of that energy in the marketing for this show, especially even more so now hearing what you're saying, that actually it was good and it was decent. And I think, given that I thought the last season of Doctor Who was all right, that I think that's probably, I probably felt a little bit singed, so I didn't really go looking. When I knew it was coming out, I wasn't like desperate to get on it in the same way as I probably would have been back in the day. But yeah, I still, yeah, I think it's probably it's a question I think I'll ask for another episode, but I definitely think there's a conversation to be had a little bit like, is there still mileage for Doctor Who on TV?
That is an interesting question. Let's go. Let's come to it another day, because I have opinions.
Yeah.
But I found it was a short speech, and I haven't found the whole speech, but I found the end of the speech. He goes, as a great man once said, "We can be heroes. Let's save the world."
Is that it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I think what I'm seeing, apparently it's a David Bowie reference, so people are liking that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I don't, yeah.
We're not quite motivated by the same thing as everybody else.
If he dropped a line as like, as a famous musician once said, let's go and give it to you. Let's go give it to them.
Yeah.
And then the music starts,
All right, yeah.
Let's go and give it to you. It's like, yeah.
As a great man once said, Mama said to knock you out.
Right, round us up, man.
Well, we come to the end of our first episode of 2026, and tell us, have we started the new year talking nonsense, or are we spot on? Let us know with your opinions of what we've talked about. Let us know what you're watching. Send us some recommendations. Yeah, we're here. You know how to do it. Social media, pretty much anywhere. You can find us pretty easily under Geek Syndicate, or you can email us at thegeeks@geeksyndicate.co.uk. If you like what we're doing and you want to give us a hand to help keep the lights on, you can donate to us on Patreon or Ko-fi.com. And yeah, that's it, innit? Welcome to 2026, everybody. Yeah. Geek Syndicate, we out.